Donald Trump is presenting as both visibly agitated and very sleepy and falling asleep inside his criminal trial. Reporters who are there are talking about how Donald Trump is kind of scowling at reporters and pointing at reporters, and then at the other hand, he'll like fall asleep for a period of time. And this is all while David Pecker, a key witness, is on the stand just delivering testimony that is disastrous for Donald Trump. And while Trump is scowling at reporters and pointing at reporters and falling asleep, and David Pecker is testifying, Trump is also sending like bizarre emails. I mean, it's probably coming from his campaign, but emails like this are being sent over and over again. Like, I hope this isn't goodbye. I'll never forget what you've done for me. ... Make America, and I think it says make America great again, but he sends messages like that or messages like this: I'm not going to jail. I guess that reflects him kind of falling asleep and then being visibly agitated. Take a look at what Harry Litman reported on, and Harry Litman actually got a seat right behind Donald Trump in the courtroom today. And Harry Litman says, "Greetings from the courtroom, where by sheer luck of the draw," and Harry Litman's part of the MeidasTouch network, partner with his channel Talking Feds. He goes, "Greetings from the courtroom, where by sheer luck of the draw, I'm in the front row, Trump side, so I will have some extra nuances to report." And here's what he reported. "Yet again, Donald Trump is falling asleep. He's between his two main lawyers." And Harry Litman said how in other cases, even where there are like big shot criminal defendants, the lawyers would rouse their clients. Not here. A distinctive feature of this trial, among other trials of the century and big trials I've seen or been involved with, is lawyers' essential fear of their client. In other words, as Donald Trump is just falling asleep, Trump's lawyers are too afraid to like wake him up and make him pay attention. And look, let's give you multiple data points. It's not just Harry Litman saying that. You also have Jillian Frankel in the courtroom saying, "Trump is sitting in the courtroom with his eyes shut, leaning back comfortably. There are 3 Secret Service agents seated behind him in the front row of the gallery." And here's what Norm Eisen, who's actually involved in the first Trump impeachment, he was in the court today. Norm Eisen said, "Trump just pointed at me and scowled as he left the courtroom. I guess he's not a fan." And so that's what Donald Trump is doing as well. Also, you have Olivia Nuzzi. She previously reported a few days back, Trump is tilting his head dramatically and making trout-like movements with his mouth as he listens to Justice Merchan. I also have another source who's inside the courtroom who asked that I not name them specifically. But this source had a very interesting take of what was going on in the courtroom, and it confirmed all of the other reporting that I've just read for you. Let me take a look, and just so I want to make sure I get this absolutely 100% accurate right here as to what was going on in the courtroom. They said that Trump looked to actually be in close to deep REM sleep, that his lids are heavy, oftentimes look like he's about to fall asleep, but then he's taking full-on bona fide naps, possibly REM sleep taking place. And, I have not heard anything yet today about any other kind of things going on there. But then Donald Trump leaves the courtroom after scowling at reporters, after falling asleep, after being visibly agitated, and then he complains about the temperature in the courtroom. Here he is saying how cold he is. Play this clip.
And it's a shame. It's a shame. And I'm sitting here for days now, from morning till night, in that freezing room. Freezing. Everybody was freezing in there. And all for this, and this is your result. Look at that. Each one of them a story. And it's very unfair. Very bad thing. Very bad thing. The whole world is watching this hoax.
Let's be real, most guys would wear a t-shirt every day of their lives if they could. The problem is, most t-shirts are not acceptable to wear at work or out on a hot date. Today's sponsor, Cuts, has finally changed that. Cuts t-shirts are such high quality, wrinkle-free, and so buttery soft that you can look like you're dressing up even when you're dressing down. Yeah, you heard that. Wrinkle-free. You never have to substitute comfort for fashion ever again. For a limited time, you can save money while redefining the dress code by heading to CUTSclothing.com and use code Meidas for 20% off. Now, I wear Cuts clothing all the time, and I love how breathable and soft their clothing is. I'm wearing it right now. When I'm in my Cuts clothing, I feel sharper than ever. Not only has Cuts completely changed the t-shirt game, they have tons of other simple yet sophisticated items. Their bottoms stretch to fit joggers look way better than your khakis and are 1,000 times more comfortable. When you touch something from Cuts, you can immediately feel the quality. Cuts clothing is built to last. Their durable construction means you'll be able to enjoy your favorite t-shirts and pants for years to come, making them a smart investment for your wardrobe. Now, for a limited time, our listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use code Meidas at checkout. That's 20% off your order at cutsclothing.com with promo code Meidas. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the perfect blend of style and comfort with Cuts clothing.
And again, just so you know, this is what he does like every day. This was him the other day as well, complaining about how cold he is. Here, play this other clip.
So we have another day of court in a freezing courthouse. It's very cold in there, on purpose, I believe. They don't seem to be able to get the temperature up. It shouldn't be that complicated, but we have a freezing courthouse, and that's fine. That's just fine. Let them keep handing it out. There's a rigged trial. Thank you very much, everybody.
You think they're keeping it cold to make you uncomfortable? We're just waiting for Melania's birthday.
Just wait.
Here's Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, basically predicting that she thinks that Donald Trump is going to lose the case. Play the, I mean, as Trump falls asleep there, play this clip.
About everything.
Exactly how I felt that day, I think, until it's over and behind us. But I don't have hopes really that high at this moment that the New York courts will do the right thing, that the jury will do the right thing. We're in a blue state, as you know, Greg. And
of course, we've been reporting on the testimony by David Pecker, who in the Pecker testimony has been very bad for Donald Trump so far. Pecker's presented as being very credible. He was close with Donald Trump. He talked about the foundation of how he took over the National Enquirer, how he ran a company called AMI. Pecker talked about the deal he made with Donald Trump to publish fake news stories about Donald Trump's political opponents, how that deal evolved ultimately to basically serve as a private investigator for the Trump campaign, to find bad stories that could come out about Donald Trump and buy the rights to those stories. So a doorman, they purchased the rights to those stories of a Trump Tower doorman, killed that story, killed a story about Trump having an affair with Karen McDougal for a year while Melania was pregnant and Melania had given birth. You know, and ultimately AMI and Pecker, they stopped. They started feeling very uncomfortable about violating the law and this relationship, so they wouldn't do the Stormy Daniels transaction of buying the story of Stormy Daniels' affair with Donald Trump or having sex with Donald Trump. And so Trump was cheating on Karen McDougal, who he was cheating on Melania with the porn star Stormy Daniels, and ultimately that payment was done through Michael Cohen, and Cohen hasn't testified yet. But Pecker talked about how Donald Trump very specifically thanked him for the McDougal situation, for handling it. Pecker made it clear he was doing it for the benefit of the Trump campaign, that he was trying to help the Trump campaign, that Trump had White House officials like Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Hope Hicks who were involved in this as well. And all the while, Trump is either looking like a trout, as Olivia Nuzzi described it. Trump is falling asleep, and as a source says, like almost like a deep REM sleep, like a full-on nap, or he's waking up and like scowling at reporters. I just wonder what the jury is thinking of this all. And then Donald Trump's posting those things. This may be my goodbye. I may never see you again. I mean, it's just so weird and so pathetic, but tell me what you think. That's the update right now from the courtroom. I'll keep you posted. Keep checking in on the MeidasTouch Network. In a little bit, I'll be doing a live with Karen Friedman Agnifilo. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
Enough! Send him to the big house, not the White House. Get the new exclusive tees, mugs, and stickers right now at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.